In the search at the top, I can type in the name of a person I want to add as a friend, in this case John Doe. I merely click Add Friend, and then I see that the request has been sent. By email, he'll receive notification, and he can accept or reject. Here, I'm typing in John Doe at the top, as you see. I see him, I can choose to cancel the friendship request. Even before he accepts me though, while I can't view his activity really, I can send him a public message, which would essentially be like Twitter. You're just tagging him with @JohnDoe. Welcome to the WG family. Glad to have you on board effectively. I can post that to the group to which we both belong, and he is a new member, so maybe I'll post it to the broker-dealers group rather than to my profile specifically. And I can also post something to my profile specifically, having posted it to the group, and perhaps it can be a little bit more, candid and genuine, because he and I are going to be the ones seeing that largely. Offering him some help. Again, this is just a demonstration of a public message. Public in the sense that it's on your feed, other people can see it beyond just you two. Okay? Now, I can't view much else because I have yet to have my friend request accepted. To demonstrate this, you can see that if I initiate an invite to the group, I can't actually do so because I don't yet have a friend. So I can't send an invite. Sure, John can request the invite and I can grant it, but if I go to another group and I try and send it, it doesn't let me because we're not friends yet. Now what John will see is he'll see notifications. You have a friendship request from Kevin. You have 2 new mentions, which are those public messages we said. It's like a Twitter mention, so to speak, using the same verbiage. So I can click on the notifications at the top. I see Kevin McCullough mentioned you, and I see the post in which he mentioned me. Great. I am replying to those public messages. Thanks, mate. And I'll acknowledge this one as well, and then I'll favorite them, for instance, which would be the equivalent of marking it as a star if it's important, or liking, so to speak. But then that will be held in the favorites tab. So to mark importance of a public message, you can favorite. A private, as you can see in the next set, is just starring it. So there you see it's now categorized under my favorite messages. Now how does John see my friend request? He sees you have a friendship request from Kevin McCullough. Upon clicking on it, he can either accept or reject. He'll accept, and now let's see what I see after the friend request is accepted. I see John Doe accepted your friend request, and you have 2 new replies. These are messages that are the replies to the comments and the public messages that I left John. So you'll always get those notifications at the top when any interaction like this happens. And remember, the personal settings, we can show whether we want that also coming by email or not. Presently, I also have every notification is echoed with an inbox to me. So now I see I am indeed friends with John Doe. That is my first friend. And by consequence, I could go add him to a group if I pleased. I also now see his activity, and I could have sent a private message before, but I just chose not to. It's best practice to send a friend request first and then message, but this is the equivalent of an inbox, a email, so to speak. John, welcome aboard. Wanted to reach out privately and just glad you beat out the competition. So. Send it, and then it'll be in my sent box. Again, this functions just like an email outbox or inbox. And now let's add him to the group. So I'm going to click Send Invites. Now that I have a friend, I can add John Doe to the group. I'm going to click John Doe and Send Invites. Much like I could cancel a friend request, I could cancel a group invite, as I am the admin of this group. Now, this is in John's. You'll see he has a notification for the group invite, as well as a private message notification in his inbox. So it's, John, welcome aboard. He's saying, hi, thanks, man. Probably don't want to tell the competitor that. And then that is kind of their private thread. So we discussed public messages, we discussed private messages. I can star those, as I said. If you want to mark a private message important, you star it. If you want to mark a public message in a different folder, you can favorite it. And now let's go to the rest of those notifications. I have an invite to join the group. So I will click on that notification and I have the opportunity to accept or reject. Upon accepting, I have now been entered into the group. So as a member of the group, as I said, the group is kind of the top level of hierarchy, so it has its wall, it has files assigned to it, it has docs assigned to it, forums assigned to it, etc. So a new member of the group, I'm just bidding hello to my colleagues within said group. I can upload a file contribution to the shared drive specifically for that group. So this is just me uploading some random file on my desktop. And you would upload that and then confirm that you wanted the access settings to be explicitly that group. But we're going to skip past that and carry on to the collaborative docs section. So collaborative docs, here is where, it's a text file, effectively, that multiple people can collaborate on and also make attachments to. So I could be, hey guys, let's start this brainstorming session. Lead ideas for a hypothetical brand redesign. I kind of kick it off. Another forum for this could be, a group-specific forum, but forums kind of aren't as simple as a collaborative document all the time. So indeed, I am dropping my 5 things and then attaching maybe some mood board to go with that suggestion. Now I'm showing Indeed that it is the fund managers that can view and access that doc. They'll have the capacity to say perhaps I'm the only one that can edit it. I can create a folder in which this doc is in, and this is a doc folder, not the file folder. But nonetheless, it's helpful to categorize, meeting notes. Perhaps you have a memos folder. Perhaps you have a brainstorm folder. Perhaps you have a quick notes folder that is just personal and not open to the group. Now I've saved it. The doc has been created. And if we click Show Details, we can see the access privileges that I put. And that is just a quick overview of what John can now do as a new member of the group.